Hello one and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very first guest of today is this incredible singer and songwriter known by the name of Lucy Summers. So I'm about to add Lucy into the live now to have a chat with Lucy about her incredible music. So yeah, let's add Lucy in and have a chat with Lucy. Hi
Hello.
Lucy, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I just want to say first up, thank you so much, Lucy, for taking the time to join my show. It's such a pleasure having you on the show tonight. So to people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then like we'll dive right into the questions.
So I'm a singer-songwriter from Nottingham. I did a musical theatre course at London College of Music, and I've got an agent at the moment. So I'm kind of just creeping out of the pandemic, and just finding my feet really. I've had a lot of auditions so far, so fingers crossed we shall see what happens. But yeah, that's me.
So we'll dive right into the questions now, Lucy. So for my very first question, you've created incredible songs, past and present. What was it like coming up with the idea of creating Let You Go, and what's the meaning behind this song?
So Let You Go is basically one of the first original songs that I felt confident I'm about to publish it. After the pandemic kind of happened, I was kind of really scared to put pen to paper. I thought nothing would be good enough. Obviously the competition's really high at the moment. It kind of just happened really. I've been going through a breakup recently, and obviously breakups help songwriting, as we all know. So yeah, I kind of had a Taylor Swift moment, put pen to paper, and Let You Go happened. So it's basically, Let You Go is about the breakup that I've just been through. It's about feeling stuck. And when you're stuck in a relationship and you're so in love with them, you just want to help, but sometimes you can't, and you have nothing left to give. And Let You Go, my song, is about letting go of everything, all the stress, and just saying, enough's enough, I can't do anymore. So that's what Let You Go is about.
So for my very next question, so you've also created a song called Trauma Baby. What was it like coming up with the idea of creating Trauma Baby, and what's the meaning behind this one?
So Trauma Baby is a recent song. It's kind of like an R&B feel. It's kind of out of my comfort zone as well. I feel like when I perform it, people be like, oh, that's not Lucy Summer at all. But I try to like reach out to different horizons and get out of the box that I'm in at the moment, MT pop kind of little mix vibe. And yeah, I'm trying to grow at the moment. So Trauma Baby is kind of talking about, you had it all and it's gone, and the trauma's still there, and it's kind of just letting people know that you're not alone. Everyone's got trauma, whether it be relationship or trauma in their past and their childhood. Everyone's got some sort of trauma, so that's kind of what I wanted to let everyone know, that it's okay, like type, you know what I mean?
So on to our very next question. You've created incredible covers too. With the first cover that I'm going to mention, Heart Attack. What was it like getting to perform Heart Attack?
Oh, it was hard work. So hard. So at the moment I'm in a singing competition on TikTok called Drop the Mic. It's 2021. And each week it's a different genre. So one week it would be like, oh, you pick a song within pop or up tempo. But with this sort of week, it was the judges' pick. And I was like, oh no, what they're going to give me. And when I received the message, Heart Attack, Demi Lovato, I was like, you've given me the hardest song ever. I was on panic mode. I only had like 4 evenings to practice the song. And it took me a while to get the notes, but somehow it happened. They were really impressed and they put me through to the next round. And Heart Attack means a lot. Obviously, Demi Lovato, what a queen she is. Yeah. She's one of my inspirations. So it was kind of like, oh, how am I going to live up to this? But yeah, I've just did it, really.
Well, you smashed it. You smashed it with the performance Heart Attack. I saw it and I was like blown away by your performance. Very well done. So you're very welcome. So on to my very next question. So you've also created an incredible cover of Power. what was it like getting to like perform Power?
Power for me has always been one of them songs that you don't touch as a female artist. I mean, for me, belty songs are always my go-to. Belty ballads always my go-to. But Power, it's got a lot of grit to it, and obviously it's 4 different girls with 4 different voices. So it was kind of like, do I do this? But I wanted to show diversity on my range, so I was kind of like, I'm just going to do it. And I posted, and everyone was messaging me. Like, I had so good positive vibes from it. So I think, I think me playing around with what I can do and just experimenting on social media, it's kind of gone in my favor a little bit. So I'm just going to keep doing it. And if people don't like it, then that's fine. But a lot of people do like it. So I'm happy.
Well, can I just say, like, your talent is such a gift. Like, you really do.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
Such a gift. For people that haven't heard Lucy like perform, definitely go check out Lucy. Her music is insane, and you've got so much talent. You really do, and highly recommend people go check out Lucy's like songs right now.
Oh,
She's
thank
incredible.
you.
So yeah, you really are. So also very next question. So as I mentioned, covers. You've also performed as a cover of Anyone. What was it like getting to perform Anyone? And yeah, what was that like?
Oh, Anyone for me, it hits home, this song. I feel like if you haven't been in that sort of emotional hole, where you just can't get out of it, I don't think anyone would really connect to that song. And when it kind of came to me after everything happened with the breakup and stuff, and I was just like, oh. And I was listening. I have playlists on my YouTube account from like way back, and I played one of them, and that Anyone came on, and I was like, it was the piano at the beginning, and I was like, do you know when a song just hits you? It happened, and I was like, oh, I need to cover this. I need to cover this. It took about 10 attempts. I cried throughout every single one. But yeah, oh, it's such a lovely song. And obviously it was from when Demi Lovato came back to the industry. So it's a really, really good song. Really good songwriting. I love that song.
So also very next question. So what made you decide as a person, and especially as an artist, like to get into like the music scene in the first place?
Oh, so from a young age, I've always been musical, and my family's really, really musical too. But like they're more instrumental, and I'm like vocalist. So I was like, oh, we should make a band. But obviously family with a band, it just sometimes doesn't work. So yeah, it was kind of like I started with musical theatre. I was like, oh, is this a hobby or is this going to be my career? Like, I wasn't really sure. And musical theatre is quite a strict industry, I reckon. It's changed now. It's a lot more diverse within image and voice, acting wise. It's all changed from when I was younger. And yeah, it got to a point where I was kind of like, is musical theatre my thing? And I had a lot of opinions of people saying, you know, you've got a lovely voice, but it's more pop. And I was like, is that a bad thing, or do I just stop musical theatre full stop? And then obviously jukebox musicals came out, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's where I fit in. So yeah, I was kind of like, okay, carried on with musical theatre, did like 8 years of musical theatre, and graduated, and obviously got signed and stuff. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to carry on with this. And then I don't know, a part of me feels like maybe I should have done music performance and maybe just stick to the music artist road. But I feel like if I'd never did musical theatre, I wouldn't be who I am. So I'm glad I did it. I am glad I did it.
Awesome.
But who knows? Who knows what would have happened?
Who knows what the future holds? So I'll tell you your next question. So who would be your like all-time favorite inspirational person or music artist that you look up to and that inspired you to be who you are now?
Ooh. It's between two. So Tori Kelly has always been from Pop Idol, yeah, she's always been who I've looked up to. Obviously, she started off in YouTube, the YouTube world, and she was tiny. Like, no one knew who she was. And she was known for her riffs and stuff. And so I always looked up to her. But then, obviously, Demi Lovato, she started as an actress as well when she was younger. So I was like, it was Tori Kelly for the music side, and then Demi Lovato for the whole experience, like the whole triple threat experience. And I look up to Demi Lovato every day, like, and she's overcome so much. Like, she's an inspiration to me. And she's just who she is. Like, she owns it, and that's what I really appreciate with artists today. Like, they're not afraid to be who they want to be, which is nice.
So on to our very next question. So what does performing music mean to you, like as an artist standpoint?
Music's everything. Without music, I couldn't express myself in any other way. And it feels like, oh, so cheesy to say, but it feels like home. Like, when I'm performing and I'm singing, I feel like I belong somewhere. Whereas without music, it just feels like a dark, negative, like repetitive world for me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I've tried and I don't like it. But yeah, music to me is everything. And when I'm singing and I can express myself through my songwriting as well, it just, yeah, I feel like I have purpose. So without it, I don't know who I'd be. Who knows? I don't know.
Awesome. So on to our very next question. So if you could work with like any top 3 music artists in the music industry, who would they be and why?
Top 3. Tori Kelly and Demi, 100%. Billie Eilish, and I know that's such a mainstream cliche thing to say, but Billie Eilish, for me, I've been following her since way before, because everyone thinks Ocean Eyes is her first ever song, but it's not. Way before then, she was doing different things, and I followed her since she even started releasing music with her brother. So yeah, Billie Eilish, for her songwriting and the layering she does on her tracks, insane. Like, no one could do it like her. It's insane. And obviously she's just released her new album.
Yes.
Who would have thought that she could sing like that? It's crazy.
Yes.
But Olivia Rodriguez, I really, really love her. And the album came out when I went through a breakup. So I was kind of like, does she know? Does she know? Has she released it? Because she knows. But yeah, them top 3 for me.
Because of Olivia Rodrigo is in High School Musical, the series, have you seen the series called Julie and the Phantoms?
No.
Oh, highly recommend Julie and the Phantoms. It's about like a ghost band. So good. Oh. And it's insane. Like, made by Kenny how do I say this right? Kenny Ortega, who made really good.
I will watch that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Really okay. I will watch it. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Awesome. So on to the very next question. So what have you learned about yourself as a person and especially as an artist, like during COVID?
A lot. I feel like the pandemic was a blessing. Sorry to say that, guys. So sorry. But it gave me chance, because I graduated, and then it gave me chance to actually learn. I've learned a lot. I've learned that, my songwriting, I should be more confident within my songwriting, because from Let You Go and Trauma Baby, I've learned that I actually can, create a song and people actually really enjoy listening to me and my songwriting. So yeah, it's given me a bit of confidence, and now I feel like I know where I fit. So yeah.
So on to our very next question. So what's like the positive and negatives into creating your own music? And how do you get through those like negative moments as an artist?
There's a lot of ups and downs, but you've got to stay strong and keep to your word as well. I feel like a lot of people get pushed over you know, oh, this would sound so much better if you would do this, or maybe someone else should sing your song. It's kind of like, no, I wrote the song for me, for my voice. I will stick with it. It's mine. You kind of get like attachment issues with your own work. But then it's recorded and you hear it and you're like, I'm so glad I didn't give in to other people's opinions, because they are the worst people to listen to. Sometimes it's nice to have other people's opinions because they hear different things to you. But sometimes they're your worst enemy. So you have to be really careful who you listen to. Friends especially, always listen to your close friends because they'll tell you the truth. if it's rubbish or not, they'll tell you. But yeah, positives. There is a lot of positives too. Like creating a bit of you and releasing it, even if like 2 people just see it. It's incredible. It's such a good feeling. Like when people say, oh my gosh, I loved that bit in that song when you did this and then did that and then someone else joined. It's like, oh my God, someone's actually using their energy to compliment me, and it feels so nice. It's a really good feeling. So yeah, if you want to do it and you've been thinking about doing it, go do it now.
Awesome. So on to very, very last question. So what's like next for you, like music wise, that you like to announce on the show?
So I have a single, well, it's an EP coming out with Crim. It's called Crim Reaper on Instagram. So go follow him. He's a rapper, and the producer is Synth, and he's in like a kind of rap band type thing called The Savages. So if you go and look them up, my song will be on their account within a couple of weeks. We're just doing some finishing touches in the studio, so it will be released soon. I'm really nervous about it because it's so different to what I normally do. But it's a vibe. It's good. It's kind of like you can cruise to it in the car. It's really cool.
Well, would you like to perform one of your songs on the show, by the way, Lucy?
Yeah, I can do. I can perform a little bit of Trauma Baby if you want.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, oh. You had it all, but now I build a wall. Trauma, baby, trauma, that's all you're good for. Just look at what you had, you couldn't handle that. You treated me so bad and I just couldn't live like that. Cause we could have had something. Now you treating me like I'm just nothing. But I wish you well and I just can't tell if I need you or someone in my life, yeah. But let's just face it, you wasn't ready, you were hunting for the basic. The girls with the glued on eyelashes, fake tempos and with all of that plastic. But it's okay, if you wanna live that way, go ahead and live your life, I'll be fine. But it's okay, if you wanna live that way, trauma baby is always in your way. Trauma baby, trauma baby, trauma baby, you're my trauma baby, trauma baby, trauma baby, trauma, always in your way.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wow! Holy cow!
Thanks. I hope the signal wasn't bad.
Oh, no, it was perfect. Your voice is outstanding. As true from there. Like, that was insane. So I just want to say thank you so much again, Lucy, for appearing on my show. It's been such a pleasure having you on the show tonight. Do you have any like last final thoughts that you'd like to give to people on the show?
I would just like to thank you for having me on, obviously. It's been a really nice experience. And also, I can see who's viewing this, and I know that there's one person who is wanting to do what I'm doing right now. Go and do it.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Oh, just do it. people get scared to be so vulnerable like this, but I feel like once you're on and you're doing it, it doesn't matter. Like, just express who you are and let people know. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.